More than a half-century ago, there was a research and development group at Suzuki called Research 3, usually known by its Japanese name, Kensanka. Their mission was strictly to win Grand Prix motorcycle races. If not for this group of passionate individuals, it would be impossible to tell the story of Suzuki's racing activities. The following documentary is about Suzuki's history, as well as the history of the Kensanka. Proud smiles preserved in old photos. This shot from 1954 shows the team celebrating their win at the second annual Mount Fuji ascent race. Suzuki's official race activities began the previous year at the first Mount Fuji ascent race, where their diamond-free motorized bicycle won despite its modest 60cc displacement engine. Suzuki won again in 1954, this time with Rinsaku Yamashita riding the new 90cc Koleda, the company's first complete motorcycle. These two consecutive wins marked the beginning of a glorious racing heritage. Changing the name from Suzuki Loom Manufacturing Company to Suzuki Motor Company Limited the same year, Suzuki set its future course as a manufacturer of motorcycles and automobiles. In 1955, Japan's first full-fledged motorcycle race was staged in the foothills of Mount Asama as volcanic smoke hung in the air. Suzuki entered fresh on the heels of the two consecutive Mount Fuji victories. Spirits were high as the team arrived with 5 of Suzuki's latest racing machines, the Koleda SV. Sadly, the results betrayed the company's expectations. In the wake of their defeat at Asama, Suzuki withdrew from competitive racing. However, the team returned to Asama 4 years later for the 1959 race. Members of Suzuki's R&D department had secretly continued developing a new racing machine back in Hamamatsu. These engineers firmly believed it necessary to go all in if they were to improve the performance of their motorcycles. They were also eager to taste success once again. From a business perspective as well, winning races becomes a highly effective sales promotion tool for conveying an appealing image of performance to consumers. Following a 3-year absence from the race scene, company president Shunzo Suzuki saw the importance of this and issued an order to re-enter the race world. With this, development of a new racing machine gained new momentum, and the finishing touches were put on the Koleda RB. It was Suzuki's first purpose-built racing machine.
車が落ち着いてきてからはかなり自信がありましたね。性能的にね。
The general opinion of the day was that two-stroke engines were not well suited to racing. Even so, company president Shunzo Suzuki believed them to be a distinguishing feature of the brand and was determined to use them to strengthen Suzuki's market presence. The development team worked even harder toward their goal of building a high-performance engine that could win races and prove reliable on the street. Having just returned from their first entry in the Isle of Man TT, Honda was at Asama testing its latest machines and recording impressive results. Even so, the Koleda RB posted a marginally better lap time. The RB performed beyond expectations.
ホンダの川島さんとレース前に清水さんもうやられたな帰りおごれよとこういう話川島さんとなっておったんです。
本田さんが TT レース行ったんですね。持ち帰ってきた車が朝前へ入ってきたんです。まあ練習したり負けずを取ると走れるんですよね。だからこれいけるぞと。
A torrential downpour the morning of the final race left most of the track a muddy quagmire. Even so, things went smoothly for rider Mitsuo Ito and the rest of the team in the early stage of the race.
2周目にねみっちゃんねトップを入れてねもうこれはいけるともらったなと思って言った瞬間3周目が出てこない。
Though the Suzuki riders held the lead through the first half of the race, their lack of experience in such heavy rain eventually began to show. Fouled plugs, fuel leaks and falls knocked them out of contention one after the other.
天候がガラリとかあって雨降りのレースになっちゃって、ホンダも転んだけどもうちも転んじゃって、結果的には僕はリタイアしちゃったんですけど、非常に勝負をしたんです。
When all was said and done, Mitsuo Ito's fifth place finish was the team's only result. The Suzuki team had arrived in Asama brimming with confidence, but left with their hopes quashed. However, the disheartened team received an unexpected piece of news at the end of the year. The story behind this began a short time earlier when Shunzo Suzuki found himself on the same train as Soichiro Honda. Honda said, "Your bikes are incredibly fast. Why don't you race them overseas?" Shunzo Suzuki had been looking for an opportunity to sell motorcycles overseas. He took these words as a premonition. At the end of December, he announced his desire to enter the Isle of Man TT the next year. This decision would forever change the company's future.
やっぱりね、しかし僕はね、経営者ですよね、海外これから進出しなきゃいかんっていう時代ですからね。
日本の国内生産がねもうほとんどピークに達してる。海外しかないと。で海外へ出ていこう。でレースへ出るとね、そのレースっていうのがもう毎週ねジャーナリストかなんかでも世界中に各国にずっとヨーロッパへ、ね、伝わっていくんですよ。一番いい宣伝なんですね。それがあったからね、海外行ってじゃあ勝とうと